Hey guys, it's Ria here on the run again. I like doing these little videos on the run because I'm a more open portal to receiving higher frequencies and information, and the things that I've had running through my own mind and questions are answered as I'm in that state. So I just wanted to touch upon the video that I did a couple days ago on frequency and vibration being the most important thing, because right now a lot of us are going through quote-unquote ascension symptoms, and if you're watching this, it's probably because you are going through them or have experienced or are questioning them. Ascension symptoms are just basically, as you are going higher in vibrations and frequencies, you are also allowing and opening the door to receiving higher frequencies and vibrations, higher codes of light and frequencies, to evolve the human being into a new human being, the new race, one that is less dense, one that is infused with greater higher frequencies of love and light, and reconnecting all the DNA strands that have not been operating for a millennia. So ascension symptoms can be super duper duper scary. I've been meaning to do a video on this, but I still had too much fear in it, so when I talked about it, I wasn't clear enough in my communication of the higher perception or the higher truths of what it really was. So now I feel I'm more ready. This summer I've been experiencing a lot of, and I would hear other channelers talk about it, and I'm like, wow, I'm really blessed I don't have any of that stuff. But this summer, and I think it's also because of the greater frequencies coming to Mother Earth is evolving and transforming herself, and in order for us to maintain and be on Gaia and Mother Earth in the higher frequencies, our own bodies have to also elevate to be in alignment to those frequencies. So as we are doing this, we go through symptoms, and mine specifically have been a lot of heart, like literally feeling like I'm having a heart attack, like pins and needles and constriction, and doing these random little blood pressure tests in the drugstore, and then freaking out and going back to 2 times the same time, and then it being like way up there just from my own focus on it and fear making it that. Because right now, you know, what you focus on, you create, and if you don't have any idea what's going on, you can fall into a really fearful state. But the reasoning you are experiencing this is because you are on the path of a more conscious spiritual ascension. Because I would question, I'm like, God, I do everything that I think I'm supposed to be doing. You know, I'm healthy, I run, all I listen to is spiritual stuff, and just total encompass myself in it. And the only thing that I've ever wanted is heaven on earth and to be all that I'm meant to be. And I could fall into this victimhood of, geez, why me? Why am I experiencing this? But what I really realized today, especially on my run, it's a great blessing. You are receiving these great downloads of light and love and these higher frequencies because you are ready, because I am ready, because I am open. And when you're open to that, you'll receive greater differences, greater contrasts of that of which the human being was operating in the past, because you are ready for the higher frequencies, you're receiving them. But the human body the physical 3D body takes a little while to catch up. So it goes through a lot of stuff. So it is important to be fit. It is important to remain at the highest frequency and vibration as possible, because then you also open the door to receiving things that'll help you. Because if I personally wasn't at a higher frequency, I wouldn't be open to listening to other channels or information on all the ascension stuff to help me from a mental point of view to understand it better. And I would have fallen into fear. I would have rushed to the doctor. I would have exasperated it, made it worse, because then, you know, they operate from a totally different timeline of how to heal. If you just if you're feeling the best that you can feel, you will open yourself up to the guidance that you need to get through everything, and it's really beautiful. I don't know if you guys have ever read the book Sacred Contracts by Carolyn Mace. I did, like, quite a long time ago, and I know that we all operate on certain collective conscious archetypes, and my archetype for victimhood, like it can run in different parts of you, different parts of your chart, different parts of your chakra systems. Mine was spiritual, so I have to go through and work through a lot of spiritual victimhood, because when I was feeling really crappy and really scared, I'm like, God, why me? But then I was instantly guided to a channel that helped explain it, and I totally got it, and it helped take me out of fear mode. And when you are going through ascension symptoms, like whether it be the heart, the headaches, the pains, the aches, the feet hurting, the depression, whatever it is you're going through, just kind of keep sending love and light to it. And you're experiencing it because you are ready for those upgrades. You are ready to be taken to the next level. And I've even questioned, like, well, then are all physical symptoms on earth ascension symptoms? In a way, yes. Like Bashar always says, the answer is yes and no. It's yes, it is that. It is yes, no, and that, or whatever he says. Because you can get a lot of physical, let's see here, physical symptoms, sickness, illness, diseases, whatever, because of your own emotional vibration and what you have practiced not only in this life, but other lives. So you can create that. But you still can self-heal by elevating that vibration and frequency and asking the guides that you connect with, which are just other higher aspects of your own higher self and self, to help you. Because that's what I did. Like, I call upon Jesus, Saint Michael, Mother Mary, everybody to help heal and guide me, because my goal has always been to, operate on a Christ consciousness level. So of course I feel connected to Jesus, and how he healed, so I'll ask for healing. Or Mary, the mother of all mothers, I'll ask her to help guide me. And Saint Michael, the archangel of all evil, whipping it all off with his sword. So I do call upon that. And if you don't believe in that, that's still okay, because it's still you, but it's just a way to connect to the unseen forces that can help you. But what was my point here? Oh yeah. So, people that are always complaining, and maybe they're living in more unforgiveness and judgment and criticism, and it's always based in lack of love for self, they can create symptoms. So they're not necessarily ascension symptoms that say maybe someone on the spiritual path is going through, but they're still ascension symptoms, because it's helping them to ascend in their own way. Eventually they get sick of all the heartache, the pain, the sickness, the illness, and they search or seek alternatives, which will lead them more to higher consciousness paths. So it's still ascension in a way, but it's more operating on the 3D earthly level. Say someone who doesn't take care of themselves, they smoke, they drink, they hate everybody, life sucks, they hate their job, they can't stand their family. They'll be creating their own so-called ascension symptoms in their own way, but they might run to the doctor, take pills, then complain that, oh God, everything goes to pot after a certain age. But that's them creating that. Again, you're always the creator of your reality. So they too can overcome that in more natural spiritual ways if they open up to it. Even if they get to a better place of doing something they enjoy doing, it will help them to elevate their vibration in order to be open to receive other informations that can help them with a higher vibration. And as you go through these ascension symptoms, like me, like I run a lot, as you can see, on the beach, and I do it deliberately because it feels good, but I also go, barefoot on the beach, in the water, jump in the water to take all the negative energies out, to cleanse myself, to keep the energy moving out of me. I do all that. I feel good. I don't have heart issues when I'm doing that. But one day when I was running, I feel good. So it's not like a typical heart issue, but my heart would keep going, grick, like little glitches the whole run. And it is a little freaky from the human perspective. And I'm like, what the hell? But then I realized I was guided to a video, and I don't know stuff because from a scientific way of explaining and understanding, but I discern, and I have a very high intuitive, I go with what feels right to me, which you always should. And what feels right to you is that which complements your frequency and vibration to help you. But anyways, so my heart was doing that because Mother Earth is ascending to higher vibrations. I have to adjust my heartbeat of my being to fit that. So really, it was really a blessing. It can seem a little scary, but all it was my heart aligning to the heart of Mother Earth, of Gaia. And when you can see things from those higher perspectives, it does put you in a higher vibration and elevation, and infuses your whole being with light to help you get through it. But there is nothing wrong with asking your higher self, your guides, to, hey, if it's too scary or too hard on you, to lessen up on that. Please, like, say it's just too much, it's too scary, can you lessen up on it? And that's okay. You got to respect who you are, and you do have to respect your belief system. So if you don't believe something, you still have to follow what your belief system is. But as you elevate in frequency, your beliefs will become more expanded. You'll see things from a higher perspective. You'll see things in a more natural, organic way. And it is still important. Like many years ago, also I read messages from Mother Mary to the world and messages to the family. And that really helped me, because she did talk about, it was a channeler channeling Mother Mary, about how you got to be fit and healthy in the times to come. But I realized that it's your state of mind and your being that help you handle these ascension symptoms, and your strength of your body, the healthiness, because it does make it harder. If your body, your physical body is vibrating in a lower frequency, it's going to be even a greater contrast to the influx of energies coming in, which can even lead to more discomfort. But discomfort necessarily isn't a bad thing as long as you see it in the light that it is. It just can make it harder on your body. So during the Ascension Symptoms, you can look up online. You'll see many, many different things that'll talk about, keeping the energies moving. Lots and lots of pure water, salt water. Salt baths will ground me, like if I'm going through something. Oh my God, this is something else too. So say you're having an argument or going through something or going in a fearful moment, it will really exasperate whatever ascension symptom you're having. And I thought to myself, oh my God, I'm really in trouble. If I can't control my mind, I'm gonna just keep creating this and I will, whatever, transition. But really, all that is say that greater anxiety when you're going through certain things, or the greater heart palpitations or racing or constricting or pains, whatever you're feeling. The reason it feels stronger when you're going through a lower vibrational thought or incident or situation, it's this and that. You're creating it, but it's also because the contrast of the vibrations coming into you there's a greater disconnect of the alignment of what it's trying to produce, so it creates greater discomfort. And it all made so much sense today when I was running, because when I focus on the fearful aspects, it is worse. But it's worse because of the contrast, because I'm creating a lower frequency in my body, so the higher codes of enlightenment, of light and frequencies trying to, make me greater light, to help to transform me into a light body. There's a more contrast, so there's a more disconnect. So you just breathe through your nose, pure white light energy, and exhale again. All that does not need you. And you don't have to be like fit and running and walking. You can be a paraplegic and deal with this just by visualizing, just by breathing in the love and light. And whatever our state of being is, we are there exactly how we're supposed to be in order to handle what we need to handle. So don't like beat yourself up or think you're not doing a good job, because that's something I would do, and all that does is put you in a lower vibration. And then it makes the integration of the higher frequencies and light codes harder to integrate into your being, because there is a greater disconnect. So basically, this video is just saying, research, take what feels good to you, look online, keep your body in an elevated vibration and frequency, because then you open up things that can help you, higher understandings of what we're going through. Because if someone's operating at a really low frequency and vibration, and they're just going to exacerbate physical symptoms, they're going to create their physical symptoms, and they're not going to be in alignment to the new earth that is ascending with us, and vice versa. We're one and the same. It isn't separate from us, because whatever our vibration and frequency is, and whatever we're going through, that's exactly what we're creating in our reality. So if you believe the earth is ascending and you believe you're ascending, then that's exactly what you're creating. If you believe you're not ascending and whatever, you're just going to be stuck or living in that kind of vibration and reality until you are ready to open up to higher frequencies of love and light. And so I just wanted to somewhat comfort anyone who might be going through that kind of stuff, because it can be really scary, especially when you feel you're doing all the things right, and then you hear stories of great athletes that are dropped dead because of an unknown heart issue or whatever it is. But that was just their time, and there's no right or wrong to anything. But just to know that It's all just part of the process of ascending, because our physical 3D body has to change to become more light body, and the ego and all that doesn't want to. Probably, they say, I have issues with the ego. Like, I know it serves us, and they say, well, it's hard. The ego doesn't want to die, so it's going to fight and hold on tooth and nail. I guess if that's what you believe, but I believe the whole thing is just elevating to higher frequencies. I don't necessarily think my ego is fighting, but the ego for me could be old paradigms, old beliefs, old things that the older frequencies and older earth have imprints in me from not just this life, but say many lives that I am living, of fear of what has been taught in the past in the health industry and all that kind of stuff. So you know what? You're a forerunner if you're going through stuff. You're ascending to the new earth, the new light body, and it's all really, really beautiful. And like I said, call upon your angels, guides, higher self, whatever it is you relate to, because they're just extensions of you. When you feel connected to someone special, it could even be a loved one that's passed on, they want to communicate, they want to help you, but because you do have free will, you still got to open up the door, you still got to ask. And I always say, every moment of my life, lead me to my higher path, the greater happiness, no matter what my human self wants. And they say you don't have to keep on saying that, but I do, just because it's a tool for me. It's a tool to help keep me focused and grounded. And as you're going through that kind of stuff, grounding to Mother Earth is really important. As you're going through the Ascension Symptoms, grounding, clearing, letting the old energies run through. Salt baths really help me. I will take a lot of salt baths when I feel ungrounded, when I feel light in the head, or my heart's acting weird, or I feel some anxiety. You got to ground your energies to Mother Earth, because you do want to ground yourself to the evolving, ascending Earth. Unless you don't want to, then that's your choice. So guys, I just wanted to share that with you. And again, just the common denominator to everything is staying in a higher vibration. Sure, all the other things like astrology and earth changes and tarot cards and all that other stuff can help you, especially when you're coming from trying to gain a mental understanding of it. But know that it can be simple. Staying in the higher vibration will lead you to exactly what you need when you need it, period. Even if you don't understand everything else. And always go within. Does it feel right? Does it feel good to believe whatever it is you're believing? Because the highest truth always feels good. It always elevates you. It always brings some relief. All right, guys. Hope this helps someone out there. Thanks for listening and have an awesome day.